In this episode, I'll be taking this water bottle and turning it into an oiler for my Alaskan mill. If you haven't watched me put together the Alaskan mill, you can view that here. So far what I have is I have this old water bottle. I've used it for bar oil before. The reason I picked it is because it has this sealable plug here. So what I want to do is I want to be able to fill it from the top without rotating the mill. And then I need to install a valve stem or something, some sort of stem so I can run a tube. So I might do that maybe off the bottom. It depends on what I can reach with, I guess. And then I'm going to seal it with some rubber gaskets. And then from there, off this end, I'm going to rub tubing and probably put in a drip controller and then just run it directly into the bar tip. That'll probably just drip right on top, since my bar tip is an older exposed kind, so I don't really need to bore out any holes or anything.
So if you're wondering what an external oiler is and what it does, it is a supplementary lubrication system, and it's generally only put onto bars that are over 3 feet in length. And what happens is your oil reservoir in your power head is not able to supply oil all the way around the chain. The reason that that's important to have lubrication is that as your chain dries out, it kinks and twists a little bit. So what happens is it actually shrinks, so your entire chain tightens up, and then that can wear out your bar tip, cause excessive damage to your bar, and it also increases the load on your power head, which could mean that you can't cut well. So after I positioned the water bottle on the mill where I wanted it, I marked out a place for the hole to go, and now I'll just work on boring it out so it's a nice tight fit for the valve stem. After cleaning up a little bit of drill tear out on the inside of the bottle, I turned my attention to the drip mechanism. Here's where I explain some of the issues of using parts that just are laying around. So likely that brass seal is the wrong size for this hose. It's not designed to go with that setup. So on to plan B. Here I'm just conducting some heat through the aluminum pipe, which hopefully loosens up to the solder, and I tighten that fitting down to get a good seal. I'm using clear hose for the same reason I used a clear bottle, in order to see the fluid levels and the flow rates. It's super handy to just look over and see whether you're out of bar oil or if it's not flowing for some reason. So after testing the system to make sure that the actual valve worked with water, I started working on mounting the external oiler onto the Alaskan mill. So as I tighten down the last clamp here, I'm certain this is going to work as an oiler. The only question is how well and for how long. Next week I'll be going over the power head for this Alaskan mill in detail, and following that, milling up a large tree and testing out the whole system. So if you want to find out where this leads, subscribe, turn on those bell notifications, and you'll be notified as soon as those videos are live. Thanks for watching.